I'll jump in from here and there. What's up?
Hello and welcome. This is the Traveling Mastermind, and I'm so excited to be here live with my good friend and regular participant.
What's going on, guys?
Adrian.
What's going on? All the people out there watching us today, welcome to the Traveling Mastermind. Got some good stuff for you, so stay tuned.
Exactly. I guess I don't need my headphones because it's just us today. You have the privilege of listening to us and watching us and learning from us, and we're here to mastermind and create the lives that we want. It's all about taking action. It's all about networking with the right people and becoming the right person that you want to attract those similar people into your life. So I met this dude at an event, and then we met again in an airport, and we turned out that we were on the same flight coming back. And so when you put yourself in the right vibration, you attract the right people into your life, and it just turns out that he lives in Houston as well. Yeah. So we are teaming up for a Fight the Forces of Evil event here that we're going to be doing on a regular basis. We're going to bring you those details. But we're here to help you grow your business. It doesn't matter what business you're in. It doesn't matter who you are, where you came from. It doesn't matter how much failure that you've gone through in the past. We're here to lift you up and speak words of encouragement. We want to be that rock, that solid core group of people that you can rely on. Yes, we got started maybe over a week ago, but we are here and we're not going anywhere. We're getting a really cool site built out that you can utilize to bring people on as affiliates for the Traveling Mastermind, bring them into our inner circle. And by the way, it's only $100 to join our inner circle right now, to travel to all these different events that we're planning. There's going to be one here in Houston in September called Guru Training Camp. We're planning a special mastermind in Norway sometime soon in the next couple months. And in Florida, Disney World, Florida, which I'm really excited about because that's where I want to move. One of my intentions is to do nothing but blog, which I already do, about Disney World, and there's a huge market there in Florida. There, that's where we're gonna have one of our events there. So
it's gonna be crazy. Yeah. So guys, we got our drinks here too. What are these anyway, though?
I don't even know. Alkalizing
wheatgrass or
something.
It's not that bad though, actually. So it's pretty good.
It's very delicious.
Guys, we're gonna be talking today about taking massive action. We're gonna keep it short today. It's just us, and we're about to head to the mall here in a little bit and connect with some like-minded people that we know are out there waiting for our positive vibration to get out there and connect with them so we can take over the world one person at a time. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But like he was saying, as far as the synchronicity, guys, we met in Charlotte, and the apartment that he's staying at is actually the apartment that my brother used to live in, and next apartment next door is where I met my now wife, which is kind of crazy. Everything this crazy.
Yeah.
But that's just how things work, guys. There's no such thing as coincidences. It's just, what do you want to? It's a synchronicity. You know what I mean? So that's what's
what
going on.
does Paul Hutchings say? He says it's a something about the universe. Oh, it's the universe winking at you.
Yeah, I got you.
So let's center our energies before we get into the meat and potatoes of today, the content, and we're just going to have discussion. Like we were just talking about yesterday, we want to turn this into a podcast. We don't want to be like an us versus them type thing. We don't want to be like gurus on a pedestal. We just want to have this as a all-inclusive discussion. So I'm really excited about the site that we're going to be rolling out because you're going to have the chance to really engage in this content that we're giving you. There's going to be a place for comments that you can comment, and we can actually see there in real time your questions, your comments, your concern. So this is going to grow very, 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 very fast. So the Traveling Mastermind is a movement that is going to be expanding all over the world. So you definitely want to make sure that you're in the inner circle, that you're connected to the founders, you're connected to the group that's moving and shaking and just making things happen. But taking massive action. It's not enough to just sit there and watch someone do something because you're not actively in that experience. Like life is like a video game. Life is like a sports field. Like you have to be in it to win it. Mm-hmm. Like I've spent so many years of my life just being an observer, a participant from the bleachers, just kind of like watching people have all the fun and just kind of being jealous and kind of stewing in my own anger and my own juices and just being like, God, I wish I could have that kind of life.
Yeah.
I wish I could have that relationship. I wish I could have that kind of money. I wish I could drive that kind of car. But I wasn't doing anything to actively pursue it. My why wasn't strong enough. So if there's anything you take away from this, is you gotta have a reason why, and you gotta like have some sort of passion and determination and so energy behind why you're doing it, and that will propel you forward into your dreams. You step into your dreams right now. And so with that being said,
that's what I always say.
Everybody close your eyes.
Short meditation.
Breathe deeply and out. Any fears, doubts, emotions, anger, uncertainty, anxiety, I want you to exhale all of that, and in your mind's eye, see it as black clouds leaving your body forever. Inhale white, pure energy from the universe. Exhale all the negativity, all the excuses of why you've convinced yourself that you can't build a business, all the excuses from your past saying that you're not good enough, that you're not worthy. Anything physically that's holding you back. Maybe you have a certain disease, maybe you have a deformity, maybe there's something that is not quite perfect about you that you're maybe ashamed of. Just in this moment, be willing to let that go. You're now willing to destroy and uncreate any reasons, any excuses of any negative energy that might be holding you back from creating your dreams. Just kind of see that floating away from you. Anything, any weights on your chest, weights on your shoulders. Maybe it's negativity from loved ones that care for you, and just see that as a positive. I want you to see that, see their love shining through their negative criticisms. Don't judge them for it. Just let it be. Whatever problems that you're having in your life, whatever you're holding on to, just be with it. Because the more you observe something and accept it as it is, in true reality, the more you give it permission to go away. Fully be present in this moment, not in the future, not in the past. Just focus on what you're creating right now. Still your mind. And bring awareness back into your body. And open your eyes. Listen, my friends, I'm a human too. My friend Adrian, he's a human. And to be honest with you, I've struggled with depression, with anxiety, with self-doubt, with confidence. And even to this day, there's some things that don't want you to go on. It could be things from the past. It could be a certain person in your life that's not supportive. If you look for it, there's so many reasons and excuses that you can use to stop yourself. But also, those are the same things that you can use as motivation to keep going. And that's what I want to talk about today. Just keep going, keep taking action. Little steps, like we were talking about the other day, like laying a brick by brick by brick. Every single day that we're doing this, that we do this live hangout, it's another step towards the right direction. Not only in changing and transforming our lives, which have completely changed since we started our entrepreneurial journeys, but it's just proof that you guys can do it too. So who knows where we're going to end up in the future. We're going to be like light years ahead of most people because we're just going to keep forging on. And you guys are going to see our consistency. You guys are going to notice our persistence and our tenacity. And you're going to say, wow, they faced so many challenges, but they just kept going because they believed in themselves. They had every reason to quit, every reason to give up. And that's the common, we were just talking about that before.
Yeah.
That's like the common, like, especially in the system that we're using in the Empower Network.
Yep.
You see person after person after person after person crossing that stage, making ridiculous sums of money, who have just been through hell and back, who have lost their houses, been bankrupt, their vehicles repossessed, their children taken from them, faced with debilitating diseases, a spinal disease that kept them bedridden and constantly in pain. But these people who are succeeding, and anyone who's succeeding in life, they're a special breed of people. They're the kind of people who don't take no for an answer. They don't take excuses. They just do it. They just go. And when you find yourself not listening to your own excuses, it's hard for you to validate the excuses of others. And that makes you a leader, because people look up to you and respect you. And they know when they're speaking to you that you're not going to acknowledge their bullshit, that you're not going to acknowledge their limitations. You're not going to even notice their limitations, because you're going to see past that. You're going to see past their present circumstances, because our present circumstances right now are determined from our past. So where we are right now, our current reality, we have created a day ago, a month ago, a week ago, a year ago. And so we're just kind of catching up. But where we truly are residing, is in our ideal futures. That's where we're focused. We're focused on our vision. And our vision, our current circumstances haven't caught up to our vision just yet. And when it does, that'll be the present, and there'll be a new vision, a new future to create. So it's a constant creation. It's like your business is a baby. You have to keep feeding it. You have to keep paying attention. And I've been guilty of giving up on it. I've given up on my dreams before. I've given up on my business, on my baby. I've failed. I've gone broke. But guess what? I'm still here. I still have a vision. And my vision is stronger and greater than ever.
Exactly. So it comes back to your why. Why are you doing this? We were just talking about this a minute ago. We were making our green drinks. You have to go back to your why. And they always say in this, and this is not just in our umbrella, the whole direct sales umbrella. This is in any aspect of life. If your why doesn't make you cry, if it's not big enough, then you're not going to keep moving forward. But your why needs to be big enough. Why are you doing this? Why do you go to work every day? Why do you do the things you do? Why do you work overtime? You know what I mean? Why do you do simple things like that? It's the compound effect of doing these things every single day. But how much longer do you really, are you happy doing what you're doing, first of all? You know, you may go home and then you sit on the couch and you're being inspired by people who are on TV doing this and that and things that you know you want to do. Maybe you've written down things and jotted things down. You have dreams, you have your own visions, but you're not taking action. Doing the small things every day that end up to the big results. Everybody who has success right now didn't just happen. I mean, obviously there's people out there who inherited money or whatever you want to call it, the lottery or whatever, but people who are truly successful and have built things, it starts with the little things like this right here. You know, starts with one person, then another, and then another, and it just keeps growing. And it's not by coincidence that you connect with the people that you need to be connected with. It just happens because the synchronicity, the energy, what's going on in the world when you're putting that positive vibration out there. God's listening. He's listening. You know, you just got to keep going forward, guys. We always talk about be either inspired or inspire. You could be one of the two. Yeah. I've been inspired. I'm still inspired, but I also inspire. And the first time that I heard somebody tell me my words helped change them or help them from whatever situation they were going through that day or whatever, that's moving, because most people are like, I don't really have anything to offer to the world. Or you don't think you have something to offer. It doesn't matter if you draw good, you cook good, you're a poet, you're good with your words, whatever it is, you have something to offer the world. So don't just sit on it. Put it out there. Take massive action right now.
I want to share a story that I've shared before on the Hangout, and it's the story of birds. And you ever notice when you go outside and you look up, birds flying by, what shape do they usually fly by in? Any guess?
Yeah, a V.
Yeah, it's a flying V.
Flying V, right?
And there's a very specific reason why they fly in that formation. It's because that's the most efficient way by natural design that they can actually break the wind and fly together. Now, how is a flying V created? Well, it starts with one bird. one bird who has decided to get off the ground and start flying on its own. And that takes a lot of it's a lot of pressure to just fly by yourself. If you've ever done anything by yourself, it's kind of stressful just to do it on your own. It works better if you have more people involved to help you with whatever you're trying to get accomplished. So this bird, and plus when you're flying, it takes a lot of pressure to break the wind, right? To go against, there's a lot of resistance. So if you're just flying by yourself, there's a lot of resistance there. So what this one solitary bird does is that it puts out the call for other birds to come join it in its vision, in its mission, to fly south, to go to warmer temperatures. So it goes, honk, honk. It's like putting out the battle cry, putting out the call. Yeah. You know, I wanted to create this community, this traveling mastermind. It just started with an idea, and I said, hey, who else do I know that would want to be doing this? So I kind of put the intention out there. Dave Wood, who started in a van, was like, I want to create a massive system to change the world. How am I going to do this? I'm going to put out the call. I'm going to start hunking. And then little by little, one bird would come. And now it's just two birds flying, right? And then another bird. And it's like three birds. And it's another bird. And the more birds that would join this flying V formation, the easier it was for them as a group to fly. And still, the leader at the front of this V still has the hardest job. If you've ever been a leader in anything, a leader in your own life, a leader in your community, in your church, it's not easy. You have to lead by example. You have to always be doing the right things, showing people that it's possible, being an example. So it's hard because you have all this resistance as the leader, as the one up in front who has to take all the shit, all the pressure, and it's just flying, flying, flying. And sometimes that leader gets tired. And the great thing about a group or a flying V or a mastermind like we've created is that that leader can go to the back and someone else can take the front seat. Someone else can be the leader of the flying V and keep going. So it's a constant rotation. So it's not all about me. It's not all about Adrian. It's not all about any one particular person. It's about a collective group. Because like Napoleon Hill said, when one or more people are gathered, it is like they have created a third mind, a mastermind. And that's the whole point. If you don't have someone in your life who's supporting you, if you feel like you're just in this life all alone, and maybe you feel like you're on the verge of ending it all, I would strongly ask you to consider teaming up with someone that you can relate to. Someone who has been where you've been. Seek out a mentor. Mentorship is very, very powerful because it's like modeling. You know, in like NLP, modeling, Tony Robbins talks about this all the time. So when you see someone who has the life that you want, all you have to do is just copy the way they think, copy the way they speak and communicate, copy the way they talk, copy the way they dress, if they have the results you're looking for. Obviously, if you're looking to become a millionaire, I wouldn't model a plumber. If you want to make pizza, I wouldn't model a fisherman. You know, go to the person who, you know, you wouldn't ask financial advice from your broke Uncle Eddie.
Right.
That's not the best place to go. And if you don't know any millionaires, if that is your chief aim, pick up a book. Listen to audios. 2 of the 8 core commitments inside the system that we use are listening to audios daily. That sharpens your mind because the brain does not know the difference between someone who's like right in front of you and listening to an audio. So it's very, very powerful because you can go around having to get around people. So if you're like living in Alaska and you don't know anyone, all you have to do is just pick up an audio with these headphones and put them in and listen. Because the brain is acting like all you're doing is listening to an audio of someone successful who's making $100,000 a month or maybe like $1 million in a day. Who knows? But you're listening to these people and your brain goes, oh, that person's like right here in front of me and they're talking to me. Your brain doesn't know. So just do that and read books. Trust me, I'm not a huge fan of reading either, but I'm getting used to it.
And one of the important things I want to touch on real quick, guys, is I don't know who you are, where you are when you see this. This is July something, 11th. I think. So basically, I don't know when you are when you see this or what situation you're at, what you're going through, but everybody has their challenges in life. And like you were just saying, maybe you're in a situation right now, and because we said there's no such thing as coincidence, maybe by synchronicity, you watch this video and you're on a day where you're thinking about ending it all, or you just want to give up. Who knows? But in our community, what we have going on here with the Empower Network and the General Dave Wood, Captain America, from the shirt that he wore at the last event. But basically, guys, all of our dreams fit inside their vision, inside his vision. And it doesn't matter what you're going through right now. I promise you, out of the over 300,000 people that are in Empower Network, and somebody's gone through, is currently going through, or probably may go through what you're currently going through.
Yeah.
We have people from all walks of life, from 18 to 90 something. I promise you that. That's not a lie. We got people from all backgrounds, all religious backgrounds as well. There's atheists, from atheists to Christians, and I just say that because I want you to understand that it doesn't matter who you are, what background you come from. Everybody's accepted here to just be who you are. You know what? Just be who you are. You know what I mean? It's just an open community to be who you are, and I love it because people's lives are really changing. We could talk about the money and the crazy amounts of money people are making. Yeah. Income disclaimer, income disclosure, whatever. Not results aren't typical. People are doing extraordinary things, but it's all about being themselves. Because with Empower Network, you don't have to be anybody else but exactly who you are, which is very important. Because with a lot of communities, you have to be somebody else in order to gain this. You have to be somebody. And that's not how it is here with Empower. But like I was saying, you can talk about the money, that's great. But it's a lot more than that. People are looking for fulfillment. Yeah. Not just success with money or health, but just all around fulfillment. So if you're not just looking for money, which of course we all want money, but you're looking for other things as well, it doesn't matter. It's all right here within Empower Network, because we just have everybody and anybody is an Empower Network, and we love what we have here. It's a community for everybody. So.
And this is especially important if you've been in an MLM before. You know what we're talking about. Yeah. The power of being yourself. Like, I was in an MLM, and I wanted to fit in, and I wanted to be successful, and just like the leaders and like everyone else, I wore my suit and tie, and I didn't mind dressing up in the suit and tie. And I would go up into the front of the room, and I would speak, and I would talk like the leaders do. And but I've heard so many other stories of people in MLMs who just were not accepted for who they are. They try to go outside the system. They try to use the internet to market, and they just get shunned. They just get really negative comments from the company. There was this couple who happened to be homosexual, and they were not allowed to receive a check on stage because they were gay.
Whoa.
I mean, that actually exists in this, in 2014, that people would be so discriminating against people like that. So I mean, we're not going to discriminate against you. We are a family. We're a community of people, and we're just like you.
There's everybody, black, white, gay. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Everybody's in this community, and it's just like you go to people want to say, oh, I've heard people say, oh, it's a cult, this and that. No, it's just a community where everybody's accepted. It's like it's like you get any job say you get a new job. You don't know everybody that works for that business, that company. You're going to have atheists that work there. You got Muslims, Christians, whoever. I'm just saying, that company, you probably got multitudes of different people and backgrounds, whether you decide to hang out with them or not, but this company as a whole, you can't exactly be who you want to be because the conformity or whatever you want to call it. But that's just not how it is by the end.
and there's a difference between just people like us and the company saying stuff like this. Oh, we're a family, we're together. And with that, and the difference between actually feeling their intention, going to a live event and experiencing their love, seeing their true caring. Having someone, one of the leaders, pay for someone's eye surgery that costs like $9,000, helping out someone who was homeless and helping them get back to where they needed to go. I used to work a job. It was a corporate job. It was customer service sales for a face cream company, and people used to call us up on the phone. We get yelled at. I loved that job for a while until I stopped loving it, because it was one of those environments that was very supportive, supposedly, because that's all they would talk about. The job was kind of tedious, and I've got yelled at a lot from the old ladies that I was talking to on the phone, but maybe there was about 100 people in our office, and I loved the people that I worked with. They were very, very loving, awesome, fun people. We would get drunk every night. I don't drink that much anymore, but they would just love to party. They loved to have fun. They were really, really cool. And the two guys who owned the company, they were super cool too. Like, in their 40s, they were like hip people, and they would buy us pizza all the time. We'd have pizza parties, and we'd have team meetings and camaraderie. But that's like very exciting when you're new. It's like, oh my God, I just got this job, and all these people are so cool, and there's pizza parties and all this cool stuff. But the longer I was there, they would keep saying that over and over and over. But what I was feeling was completely different. There's a lot of gossip. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot of politics. There's a lot of talking behind people's back. People were talking about other people. It was just like, I felt like I was back in high school.
Yeah.
And they could say that we're a family, and they can say that we're, this loving community until they were blue in the face. But people aren't stupid. I wasn't stupid. Everyone that worked there heard this message over and over and over again. But then again, why were they miserable? Because they weren't being shown the respect that they were deserved. Because that trust was broken because of the system they were a part of. And so when I got into MLM, when I got into internet marketing, when I first joined the Empower Network, it was a breath of fresh air, because at first I was a little skeptical because it's the same message that I heard from the corporate environment. Yeah, we're this family, we go bowling all the time and we hang out with each other. I'm like, okay, yeah. At this point I was like, yeah, prove it. And they did. It was a really amazing place to be, and I met a lot of amazing friends. Every 3 months we attend events. We just came out of one in North Carolina. The first one I ever went to was in Austin, Texas.
Yeah, that was my first event.
Yeah, man. Dude, that was awesome. Didn't that remind you of North Carolina?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It did.
There was a huge party. And that's kind of what I miss, because they stopped doing the parties because of the regional events. But hopefully when they start the nationals again, they'll have a big party again.
We'll start doing those again.
That's amazing. Yeah, the first event, literally I was just walking into a field of like-minded people. Everyone there was just hugging you, and people having breakthroughs left and right and breaking out in tears. And
yeah, it's crazy, man. Everybody wants to be a part of something, guys. If you're a sports fan, guys, any teams, team sport, where it's basketball player, whatever, when they win that championship or they're going to semifinals, whatever, they're freaking jumping all over each other, basketball, just going crazy. And you get to hoist up that trophy. I mean, come on, guys. Everybody wants to be a part of something special like that, whether it's a team, a sports team, or building a company. I mean, come on. Who doesn't want to be a part of something special?
Exactly.
Everybody
I've never been a huge sports fan, but I used to get so pissed off at these people, right? I came from a lot of negativity in my life, and I used to get really pissed off about these people who dedicate their lives to being a sports fan. They do nothing but be obsessed with this one team.
Just be a fan.
It's why aren't you getting this excited over your own life?
Yeah,
over creating your own life, dude. This is you're just so enthused and pumped up about something that's outside yourself.
Yeah.
That you have no control over.
Yeah.
It's put that energy towards creating an amazing life and loving yourself and loving your community. But I don't get mad anymore.
And I'm a huge sports fan. I love my football, basketball. I love my sports. And that used to be me. But after a point, especially after joining this umbrella and just realizing, okay, I don't have to bust my ass from 9 to 5 for the next 40 years. I can actually build a life of my own, especially online. It's and the way after starting reading different books and just, personal development and changing my mindset and the way I look at everything, it's I'm a big sports fan, but why waste so much time and energy on something that I'm not even getting paid for?
Yeah.
I'm sitting on the couch eating chips and Doritos and hot dogs and drinking beer and getting drunk and watching these games, which is nothing wrong with watching the game.
I would do it if they paid me.
Well, yeah. Well, I do it just as a fan, but as far as
if a sports team were to pay me to be a rabid fan and get drunk and eat nachos while I'm watching their sports, dude, I would do it all day and night.
But it's one thing to do that and then not be taking action on your own stuff. If you're currently in a job that you complain on Sundays, you're on Facebook tweeting, you hate that it's Monday, and you love hump day because it's close to Friday.
Oh my God.
You know, if you're one of those people, which I used to be, that's the kind of people that I'm talking about. You spend so much time talking about sports and everything else that really doesn't have any effect on you except for your emotions that you're allowing. And it doesn't matter. What's your bank account look like? What's your family situation? What's your marriage look like? What's, you know, things that are important and matter, what does that look like? We just got finished having not an argument, but a friendly discussion on Facebook about that. And, you know, LeBron's going back to Cleveland and, you know, all this and that. And people are talking about how they felt. I'm like, you know, I'm a LeBron fan because he's an excellent basketball player. Yeah, people are mad because he talked about how many rings he was going to bring to Miami. Not 7, not 8, not 9, or however many. He said, okay, he didn't do that. He went to the finals 4 times, though, and he brought 2 rings. So whatever. But to get all worked up over it and just be cussing each other out.
You think LeBron gives a shit? You think LeBron cares?
LeBron's bank account is still very fat.
Yeah.
He might get criticized from people all over Twitter and all that. He knows that's coming anyway. But at the end of the day, he is who he is, man. Whatever his decision is his decision. You know, whatever.
That's how you got to be in your business.
Yeah. What are you
got to be so confident that what you're doing works. That when other people, you want to create that controversy. Exactly. You want people to argue over you by their water cooler. Yeah, like this dude, AK, who made $100,000 in like 90 days.
Income disclaimer, income disclosure, results not typical.
Like,
AK's a beast.
Like 90 days ago, he was working a job in a restaurant.
Waiter. Waiter, right?
Yeah. And now, like, guess what? People are talking. Even leaders were pissed off that he did that.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
Not all of them, but
you know, like some people.
But we're also in an organization where a lot of leaders, they want you to make more money than them. Yeah. That's like, okay, this is my team member. He's making more money than me, which means obviously he or she is taking massive action.
So what would that look like in your life if you were to become that person? If you were to step into that power, into that potency right now of someone who creates controversy, of someone who goes after what they want, no matter what it is. If you say, I want to make $100,000 in 1 week, I want to make $100,000 in 90 days, and you actually take the steps that are required to do it, if you seek out the guidance and the mentorship and you have the right system and you have the right focus and work ethic and mindset, and you can actually do it, and then you put your blood, sweat, and tears and heart and soul into doing it, you can do it, and you can have those same people talking about you like they're talking about LeBron, who probably started with nothing, and look at where he is.
And let me hit on one thing real quick while he's talking about that before he gets too far away. I want to talk about what AK, just like he said. Now this is crazy, guys. He made $100K in 90 days or whatever it was. But like just like AK was saying in Charlotte a week and a half ago on stage, like he went all out. But what if he would have fell short? If he would have made $70K or even $65K in 100 days versus 90 days? You think his friends, family, and people that he told what he was going to do, you think they're going to laugh at him like, oh, AK, you're such an idiot. You said you were going to make $100,000. You only made 65. Really? No. Now, people aren't going to be saying that. They're going to be saying he took massive action. Now, even though he didn't get the 100K, look what he's done. Look what he's created. Look who's following him. He's the spearhead on that bird formation, the V formation we were talking about. Yep. And now he's got a flock behind him. Just like Dave Wood's spearhead of Empower Network, and we're behind him.
Yep.
Come on, guys. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, man, this is awesome.
Get fired up, man. I get fired up.
And you can join us. You can join us in the Traveling Mastermind. So if you're sitting here listening to us, I want you to get back to whoever referred you to this hangout. Yes. I want you to join the movement. Take massive action and just be a part of what we've got going on, all right? Because this is not going to be around for this period of time is not going to be around forever. Just like the period of time before Facebook, the period of time before, there's no going back to the past. So either you're a part of it or you're going to get crushed by it. We would love for you to be a part of it. We want you to come with us. We're going to be traveling all over the world. That's our intention. That's going to happen. It's already been happening. We just got back from Charlotte, going to Orlando in September. I'm going to be living there. So what do you want to do? How do you want to create your life right now?
Bring your families. Families are welcome. Bring their kids, their families. Everybody's welcome.
Yeah.
Make a decision, guys. That's really it. Take massive action. Make a decision. Whether you join us or not. Ooh, lucky nothing was in there. The cup just fell over with the green juice, but it was empty. It doesn't matter where you're going. Take massive action, guys. Whether you join us or not. Hopefully something that we said today helps you in your life, maybe today, tomorrow, whatever. And if this has helped you, send it to somebody else, you know? Send it to somebody else. Leave a comment, questions, whatever. And hopefully we see you on the inside. Hopefully we see you on the beaches of the world. Come join us. I'm Adrian Foray.
This is Rob Gegner.
Love you
we're not
guys.
going to do the reading again today. Sorry, we keep putting it off. But
yeah, we're already been an hour in, pretty much. We're going to head to the...
Yeah, we're going to go take massive action and go meet some new people.
Yep.
All right.
Peace and love, guys.
See you guys tomorrow. Peace.